In today's video, I'm going to be painting this beautiful beach watercolor scene while I tell you my top 5 tips for doing custom artwork. If you're new here, my name's Macy. I'm a watercolor and acrylic artist from Savannah, Georgia. I do a lot of coastal and marine life paintings, but I've been doing custom pieces for about 2 years now, so here's what I've learned. Number one is understanding your customer and their vision. First things first, you want to know deep down that everything feels good with this person. They're legit. They actually want a piece of your artwork. And once you determine that, then you will go on to the reference images if they have any that they want. Understand their vision and know exactly what the painting is going to look like and make sure they're on the same page as well. Number two, you want them to understand your guidelines and let them know a timeline. So for me, I normally start with an overall price. And once they accept that, I give them an overall timeline of when they should expect a draft and the finished piece. Once that's squared away, I will send over my contract, which allows them to sign it for reassurance for them and for me that they will be getting the painting in exchange for the payment. And that brings me to number three, which is pricing. And a lot of artists require an upfront deposit of at least 20 to 30%, sometimes even 50% before even starting on the draft. The initial deposit is non refundable as it pays for you to use your creative mind and make the draft for the painting. Just be sure that you're always transparent with your prices and sometimes a little flexible, as some collectors may not have that big of a wallet, but they still really want a piece. So definitely work with them so they can have a piece of your artwork. And that brings me to number four, which is incorporating the customer's input. Since it is a custom painting, you want to make sure that they love it. So after I send them the draft, I make sure they love everything about it. I ask if the color tones are right, if the size is right, the ratio of things in the painting. I want to make sure that they absolutely love it. And I do accept one, maybe two revisions of the draft to make sure we get it just right. And I'm always clear about the number of revisions they get. The max is two, and they know that before I even start the piece. Once the draft is approved, I add it to my calendar, of course, and get to work on the final. Once the final is done, I send a final picture and then I give them one chance to change anything else they would like to change. Then, once it's approved, I go ahead and send over the final deposit and a date for when it will arrive. If it's shipping or if it's a local order, I like to deliver it personally, and we go ahead and set that up. And that brings me to tip number 5, which is following up. After your client receives their painting, definitely reach back out to them maybe a few weeks after, express how thankful you are that they added this original piece of you in their home, and ask for pictures. It's so awesome to me when I see my work styled in this person's home, office, whatever the case may be. And I love to take those pictures and post them on my social media to give my other followers a chance to see my work actually designed in a space and see how it flows and whatnot. So that's definitely a great touch. It also builds a relationship with your client so that maybe in the future when they want another piece, they come right back to you because of how awesome you were and how professional you made the process. So that is all 5 of my tips when doing a commissioned painting. Definitely trust your gut. If something doesn't feel right about the client, just say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm too busy, I can't do that for you. And give them a recommendation to another artist. Obviously, ask them before you send them their info, but definitely give them another alternative. I hope all of these tips helped you in creating your own way of providing custom paintings to your customers. And, leave a like and a subscribe if you learned something from this video. I have had my good and bad times with custom pieces, so I know when I need to say no. But definitely have your rules set in place. My rules are no people. I do not paint people. It never goes well for me. So follow these steps, trust your gut, and y'all create some awesome custom pieces. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.